Good afternoon, children. So in the previous session, we learned about the presence of starch in leaf experiment. Okay, so in this session, we are going to learn about the factors essential for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, already you know about there are different factors which are very essential for the process of photosynthesis. So mainly the raw material for the process of photosynthesis is carbon dioxide, water, and light. Okay, so these are the main factors that are mainly involved in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so actually the scientists didn't know about the different factors that involved in the process of photosynthesis over the 300 years. Okay, so actually it took scientists over 300 years to find out the different factors that are involved in the photosynthesis. So actually we will do not know about several materials involved in the process. So till now there are many unknown compounds are involved in the process of photosynthesis that are not identified the any scientist till now. Okay, so till now there are some substances or some materials that are mainly involved in the photosynthesis and that are not known by any scientist till date. Not known by any scientist till date. Okay, so here the first factor that is in water. So now in this class we are going to learn about water and photosynthesis process. Water and photosynthesis. So here one element found that the water was essential for the increasing of plant mass. Okay, so actually you have an experiment, one element experiment in your previous class. I think it is in 7th class, 7th standard I think. Okay, so actually in his experiment, so he was taken one pot, so that filled with a soil. The pot filled with a soil. And so initially, so the soil weight is noted by the one element scientist. So first he was taken one pot. That pot filled with the soil. So that soil mass initially noted by the one helmet. So after that, so he put one small tree, small plant. Okay, he sown the small plant in the soil, and he also initially weighted the plant weight. Okay, so for example, the soil weight is 1 kg, the plant weight is 5 grams or 10 grams. Okay, so after several days, so what will be happen? Automatically the plant is grown in the soil. So every day you pour the water, every day you pour the water to the soil, automatically the plant will grow. So that's why automatically, and after that sometimes after the 5 years, so you also weight the soil that present in a pot. So there is no difference in the initial weight to the after 5 years weight. Initial weight to the after 5 years weight. So and finally he concluded that the water is essential for the increasing the plant mass because of, so initially the plant weight is very less, that is 5 to 10 grams, but after the 5 years, so it up to the 100 to 200 grams or 300 grams weight. Okay, so that's why the mass is increased. Why mass is increased? Because of every day he poured the water. Every day he poured the water. So at that time, so he did not know about the process of photosynthesis. So at the time the photosynthesis process is not discovered by the any scientist. So when he was conducted the experiments, so regarding to the water essential for the increasing of plant mass. Okay, so later it was found that increasing in plant body mass or material occurred due to the process of photosynthesis. So actually the water is not only the factor, so which is increasing the plant's mass. So there are other factors are also involved. What is the factor? Carbon dioxide. Okay, so along with the water, the carbon dioxide is also involved in the photosynthesis. This carbon dioxide is helpful for the increasing of plant mass. Okay, so that was later identified by the other scientist. Okay, so coming to the next slide. Coming to the, so this one, so air and photosynthesis. Okay, so actually Joseph Priestley, the scientist name Joseph Priestley. So in the year of 1770, so he was performed a series of experiments. So that revealed the essential role of air on the growth of green plant. So in the previous slide, so we discussed about the one element experiment. So in that experiment he proved that, what is he proved? So the water is essential for the increasing of the mass. Okay, so after that in the air and photosynthesis, Joseph Priestley was conducted many series of experiments that revealed the essential of air on the growth of green plant. Okay, so in the 1770, photosynthesis was not known by the scientists also. Okay, so at the time there is no photosynthesis and there is no scientist not yet discovered the process of photosynthesis. Okay, actually the Priestley discovered the oxygen in the year of 1774. Later Lavoisier coined the term oxygen in the year of 1775. So actually he was conducted one experiment. Okay, so that experiment name is called as a bell jar experiment. What it is called? Bell jar experiment. So in the first figure just you see here, so he taken bell jar and put a candle and light it. Okay, so after some time what will be happen? Automatically the candle is off. The candle was off. Okay, so in the second setup, so he was taken candle, along with the candle he also take the rat or mouse. Okay, so what will be happen? So the candle is light off and the mouse was died. So for this and for the conducting of this experiment, a set of experiment, so Priestley concluded that a burning candle and animal both somehow damage the air. So due to the burning of this candle, so it releases some gas. And as well as, so breathing of that animals, it is also released some gas. So that gas is reached into the air and that can damage the air. So when it is damaged, what will be happen? Automatically the candle is off and the mouse was died. So after that, so in that series of experiment, so he put the mint plant. Okay, so due to the mint plant, automatically it involves in the photosynthesis process. Okay, so when he placed a mint plant in the same bell jar, so he found that mouse stayed alive and the candle continuously lightened. Okay, so actually from outside continue in the presence of mint plant only. So because of and whatever the air, so which present in the bell jar, that is damaged by candle and mouse. So that is restored by the plant. Okay, so here some of the gas is released from this candle when it is burned. Okay, and in the breathing process it is also released some amount of the gas to the external environment. Okay, that damaged the air. So the damaged air is restored by the mint plant. Okay, so after the conducting of this experiment by the Priestley, so he concluded that the plant restored the air. So in the set of series of experiment, so when mouse died, so at the time they damaged the air. So when he put the mint plant, what will be happen? So the plant restored the damaged hair. Okay, the plants are restored the air. What breathing animals and burning candles remove. Okay, so he confirmed that the gaseous exchange was going on plants and were giving out a gas that supported and was essential for the survival of animals. Okay, so here finally he confirmed that the gaseous exchanges takes place in the plants, okay, through the stomata. So the gas is received by the plant and the gas is released by the plants. So whatever the gas, it is received from the external environment, so that was come from that candle and also come from that mouse, and the plant is released the gas. That gas is used for living condition of the mice and continuously lightened up the candle. So later, so those gases are named as oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so here massive amount of gases exchange occurs through the stomata. Already the stomata is in a small pores that are present on the surface of the leaf. Okay, so when they are open, okay, automatically, so they release gas, they release oxygen towards the outside in the process of photosynthesis. So actually they are open and also carry on through loose tissues and stems and roots, and some of the stems and roots are also have some pores. So through that pore only the gases exchange takes place in between the environment and plant tissue. So that's why the plants are involved in the process of photosynthesis, and they release the oxygen and they consumes the carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide which come from that various factors like animals breathing and burning of any material. Okay, so now the questions. So here, so what is the balanced equation of the photosynthesis? And the second one is, which material is responsible for essential for releasing of oxygen and who proved it in photosynthesis? And third question is, explain the procedures and observation of the presence of starch in leaves experiment. It is a very important one. Okay, and fourth one is, what are the material required for presence of starch in leaf experiment? And fifth one, who discovered the oxygen and who coined the term of oxygen? Okay, so this is in a small class. So regarding to that water and photosynthesis and air and photosynthesis. So you remember here one element conducted experiment and he concluded that what he concluded. So the water is essential for the increasing of plant mass. And second one, Priestley experiment. Okay, so the Priestley conducted an experiment, and in his experiment, so the air which is released from burning candle and mouse, that is restored by the plants. So in the process of photosynthesis, plants are release the oxygen and they consume the carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide which come from that animal, mice or any animal, or when it is burned with any material, it also release the carbon dioxide. So that's why the carbon dioxide and water, these two factors are very essential for the process of photosynthesis. So thank you.